So they have the ability to take on multiple pieces, and mind you, multiple pieces can be taken on. It's not that they cannot be.
Making the right career choices are hard. With so much riding on the line. We're proud to announce Rudley, an online professional support platform. So if you're a student trying to decide the right career path to choose, or a working professional who's just not enjoying themselves and wants better, Rudley has you covered. With our cutting-edge assessments and AI-based recommendations, combined with one-on-one mentorship sessions from industry experts, we help you make an informed decision and reach your ideal career path.
So over the last year, I've had the privilege of working with a lot of very bright students at the end of the day who've interned with us. And I mean, a lot of them are stuck in the pandemic. They are probably considering taking a semester off. They're probably sitting at home. There's so much of one of the things that I noticed, that there's so much of anxiousness in them to keep on. Like, they were trying to do 3 different internships at one time, plus managing virtual college, and there's so much of pressure to be ahead of the so-called game. And yeah, I mean, I think that what you're talking about in terms of compassion, everyone I think is guilty of that at some point or the other. But I feel it's hard at this point of time, especially when you're in your early 20s. There's so much of pressure on at that point of time to figure out which direction to go.
I think that is what's needed. I don't think the society will be any better off with the lack of that pressure. And a lot of it is not because of what others are doing. I think a lot of them are experiencing and knowing that they can do a lot. They just don't know how to consume themselves. Forget the world consuming them, forget the world giving them a state. They don't know how to consume themselves. So they have the ability to take on multiple pieces, and mind you, multiple pieces can be taken on. It's not that they cannot be. It's just that they are unwilling to listen to direction, guidance, and the world telling them that you can't take on so many, do one thing and do one thing at a time. All of this is necessary, because the more you experiment, the more it will tell you which one you are aligned to. Something will be a failure, and there will be parts of this process that they would have to go through which they will not like. That will inform their thinking.
Absolutely.
And I'm doing this because I'm guilty of having done the same. I did 3 internships after my first year of my MBA. I've submitted one, but I started in parallel 3. And I was as committed to each one at the beginning, by the middle, but at the end I did drop. Dropping the 1 or 2 that I did choose to drop told me that this is not something that I'm made for.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in my head, I could conquer the world. And that was my first taste of, boss, I am sure I can conquer something, but this is not the one I want to conquer.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So it's okay. All of this process is great. If there are students out there who are biting multiple big projects, it's just what's coming to them as, in this moment, I need to do this just to prove myself. Maybe others are doing it. Maybe it's a compounding factor. But that's fine. If they have a nervous breakdown, that's also fine, because that will tell them how much and how far they can go.
That is
Testing is necessary. Boundary testing is very, very important. Very important.
And I guess that boundary keeps on getting pushed further and further as you figure out how far you can push it.
If you enjoyed this and want to keep getting career tips and advice from Rudley mentors, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated whenever we put out new content. What's more, you can opt to take up a one-on-one Rudley mentorship session with any mentor of your choosing. So, if career advice is what you're looking for, rudley.com is where you need to go.